and that was Haircut 100, Blast from the Past, fantastic day. So coming up, we've got I'm Not Alone, Calvin Harris, and then we've also got Better Life, Westlife, You Don't Owe Me, Grace, and Easier, 5 Seconds of Summer, and that takes us up to 1 o'clock, where we've got the Sky News Centre with the news that's happening around and about today. So my guest has arrived.
Hi,
I've not
Jackie's
turned
sister
the
Susan.
on the minute out on. I've not turned your microphone up yet. So now you can talk.
Hi, Jackie's sister Susan.
So this is Susan, and we decided that we were going to do a bit of a talk all about parenting today, because we're both parents.
We are.
Yeah, and we've both been foster carers as well, which is quite interesting.
Yes, we have.
Yeah,
Very different views on our parenting skills, shall we say?
Have we?
Jackie does it right.
Oh, get I've just been spending all morning saying that there's no such thing as a perfect parent, and there isn't a parenting expert.
I didn't mean it that way. I just meant that you did everything that a parent should do to bring up wonderful children. I did it all wrong, but I have to say I've still got 3 wonderful children.
I
which
disagree.
proves
We're going to have lots of interesting conversations this morning. I disagree. I don't think there is a right or a wrong way to parent. I think there's just your way, and I think that's a lot of the problem today, especially with social media and young parents, is that they're comparing themselves to everybody, and people only post what they want other people to see on social media.
And all the books and that you get as a young mother and your young father as well tell you what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. But the thing is, next year it'd all change anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever sits right with you.
Yeah,
I
think I said it last night on. I've got a Facebook group connected to this show called State of Mind, so you can hop over onto Facebook and just type in State of Mind, and you'll find us doing lives in the studio there, which is quite funny. But yeah, I said on there last night that there's I think there's 17 years between my eldest and my youngest, which is a bit scary. But so much changed. I can remember the first 2, you weaned them at 3 months. In fact, some people started giving them baby rice at like 8 weeks, whereas now it's 6 months.
Anything to get them to sleep, to be honest.
We used to swaddle them and wrap them up in things.
Oh, yeah.
Put a sausage roll thing made with nappies behind the back, so they laid on the side, whereas now it's feet to the foot, and there's no covers on, they lie all akimbo, and it's like, yeah, so whatever you're doing, as far as, you know, what's right and what's wrong, if it feels right for you, then I would say go with your gut. It's a lot of parenting is about instinct and what feels right.
It is, but you must understand that your kids will let you know that you did it all wrong.
Oh yeah, especially when you look back and you've got all these happy memories, and they're saying, "I don't remember it being like that." Mum.
It was terrible.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that they say it's terrible.
Oh, mine do.
We've both got 3 children. Susan's got 3 girls, and I've got 2 boys and a girl. And yeah. The closest cousins, even though distance-wise they're not very close anymore.
No.
Which is sad. But growing up, I can remember lots of events. I can remember my daughter being handcuffed to a chair at one point by her elder brother. I'm sure they'll both love me saying that on air.
Yeah, and I think my daughter was involved in some of that as well.
Trials and tribulations of having siblings. My son actually said to me the other day that he wouldn't have been half as bad if I hadn't have had my daughter, which I thought was a bit harsh. But there you go. So, as I said, we've got some songs coming up before we connect with Sky News Centre on the hour at 1 o'clock, and then we'll be back in the second hour. I thought we could talk a little bit more about social media.
Yes.
And maybe how that impacts parents today, not just parents, young children, and lots of things like that. We can also talk maybe a little bit about how families are more geographically dispersed now, as in we're not all in the same street like we used to be.
You virtually are.
I am.
I've
not.
got
my mum and my sister down one end of the road, and I'm at the top end of the road. So we'll be back soon.
This is Chorley FM.
Look at that.
Do we do it on time again?
All right now for the news.
Right.
So we can go and have a... Hello.
Hi.
Oh, Michelle's waving.
Hi,
That's
Michelle.
nice. And Sue Elizabeth is watching as well. So if you've got any questions, you can post it on here. Just turning my sound down. You can post on here and we'll answer them the best that we can. As I said, we're not claiming to be parenting experts by any stretch of the imagination.
Ask my kids. I was the worst parent.
Ask any
ever.
children.
Yeah.
It's quite funny if you do
My
ask
daughter
them.
came to live with you for a while because
Yeah.
I was that bad.
I think mine stayed with you for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where we swap
So
and
just
change
don't worry
furniture as
about
well
it.
as children sometimes. So yeah, it's not about getting it perfect. There will be times where we make mistakes and maybe think I could have done that differently, or looking back on it, maybe it wasn't such a big deal. But in the moment, we make the decisions we do for the best reasons.
And another thing that I was thinking about before I came up here, our children look at us as being the answer to everything. It's only when they get older and leave home that they realise that as an adult, you have your own problems.
yeah,
Things
we
are going
don't
on
have
in
the
our
answers
life.
to everything.
No. So, sometimes what's very, very important to them is not when you're trying to pay bills or you're worried about something else or whatever. And
Yeah,
we
but
need to-
having said that, I know that first love, when it ends, it is the end of the world.
Absolutely.
So it's not about, saying things like, I've got stuff going on and what it's trivial what you're going through, because
It never is.
each child
Yeah.
it is massive.
And if you can take yourself back to when you were that age, how massive it actually was.
Yeah.
As an adult, we can forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I
about
agree.
just dealing with things here and now. I'm really, really good, and my kids will always say this about, I think it comes from my mother, predicting the future and what if this and what if that and what if the other.
Yeah,
and
I'm same.
My eldest son is really good at saying, but it hasn't happened, Mum. Just, like with my youngest, letting him go out and go to parties and, do things like that. It's a part of growing up, and he should be allowed to do it. So, yeah.
But I think you can put little things in place, like trackers and things like that. And
GPS system. Right, we'll be back soon.
Bye.